So how do we tell the difference between each of the vertebrae? All right, so we already said atlas and axis. Axis is easy to see because it has that little dens, that little projection sticking out. And the atlas has a very different shape from the rest of the vertebrae. But let's look at them. Now, first of all, you can kind of tell roughly based on size, but as you get near the transition between one group of vertebrae and the next, it may be a little harder to tell. So let's talk about some basic features. The cervical are all going to have these extra little foramen. We'll talk about this in the lecture, okay? And they're going to have a very pointed, to me it always looks almost like a house shape, vertebral foramen. At minimum, you can think of it as kind of a rounded triangle. All right, the next group, the thoracic, are going to have very pointed transverse processes, but very circular looking or ovular looking vertebral foramen or foramina. So you can see that here. Compare that to this hole. Okay. We can also look at the body. The body is much more kidney bean shaped and kind of wider in the cervical as you're in the neck. And as you get a little bit lower in the thoracic, you have more of a square shape in the thoracic vertebral body. All right, and as we work our way down, it becomes more and more obvious these really large bodies are found on lumbar vertebrae. Okay, you can see how wide it is, how thick it is. And very often the spinous processes, turn it the right direction, the spinous processes get longer and longer as you go further down. So you can compare those two. As we get to much, much larger, you can see them there. So that's an additional way to tell. So look at the size of the body, look at the shape and size of the vertebral foramen, and then look to see if it has those additional two holes. And we haven't yet talked about the last two sections. So here are two lumbar vertebrae, the last two, okay? And they're connecting in to the sacrum and the coccyx. So this is the sacrum, and this is the coccyx or the tailbone. And so there's a few features of the sacrum that we're actually going to learn, and that'll be posted in the next video.